Chris, the story of the week last week, the story of the week this week, and probably the story of the season will be Antonio Brown. He's gone from the Raiders. He'll officially sign with the Patriots today.
Yep.
You were in New England as... Well, what did you even do there? What was your job? What was your title?
Boy, that's what I want to say.
Is that actually what they put on the paper?
That's what I felt like it was. That's what I pretty much said.
What was your title?
I was offensive quality control, and then was in charge of like some duties, scouting duties. They kind of make you do two for the price of one in New England, which was great experience because you get to see all facets of really how the organization works.
And I think they want to see which way you're going to be more inclined, the coaching side or the front office
Yes,
side.
definitely right.
And you, it was neither.
Well, they were like, we can't find a place to. How about water boy? Can we get this guy to do some water?
Okay, but you were there for 18 months.
Right.
You know what it's like there.
Yes.
Antonio Brown is walking through that door today to sign a contract.
Right.
Is it going to work? Will he be there when the playoffs roll around?
I do think it's going to work. I think everybody just needs to get used to it. Oh, I'll say this at the very least, too. It's not going to blow up in New England's face, okay? So there's a floor there that I wouldn't be scared about if you're a New England fan or anybody like that. Because as soon as they get an inkling of, ooh, this is not manageable, they will just say, see you later. As we saw last night, they don't need him to win football games or for Tom Brady to throw for 300 yards. But that's the most humbling place in all of football, because if you walk in there as a star, it doesn't matter if you're Randy Moss or Antonio Brown, Chad Ochocinco, you walk in and you go, whoa, this regime doesn't need me. And that checks your ego at the door right away. Plus, it's just all business all the time there in New England. There's no like, oh, hey, oh yeah, this is cool. Oh, yeah, we're here and it's Wednesday and we're all laughing and having a good time because we're playing football. When you walk in the door during the day in New England, it is work as soon as you cross into that door. And I do think it'll work because of not only Belichick, but just the culture around it, and then having a great leader like Tom Brady to help kind of massage things along as well. I don't see it being a bad thing.
Remember when Reggie Wayne went to New England and exited quickly?
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
Right? And we've heard that from time to time. It's not
It's
fun.
not for everybody.
What's fun is winning the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. What's fun is showing up at Robert Kraft's house to get your next ring.
Yeah.
That's where the fun is. And for Antonio Brown, hey, he's had his 8 months of fun or whatever you'll want to call it, and he's going to have to conform quickly. And he'll see. We talked during the show about Bill Belichick ripping into Tom Brady in front of guys like Chad Johnson, Randy Moss, Dante Stallworth, the message it sends to them without him having to rip them.
Right.
He rips Tom Brady, the greatest of all time.
And it shows everybody's in play.
Everybody's in play.
Right.
The rules apply to everyone. But even with that knowledge, can Antonio Brown follow the rules? Is he capable of showing up on time? Is he capable of paying attention in meetings? Is he capable of being anyone other than AB?
I don't know. That is really the $1 million question. I would hope this, at the very least, he realizes this is his last straw. Like, I would hope he realizes that if he messes this up, and most of the NFL, if they see, whoa, New England couldn't handle him and couldn't adapt him to their culture, then he's going to be out of football in general, and business will not be booming. He will not be making cash or anything like that. So it is a big question mark for a guy where, I worry about the guy a little bit with some of the things that have gone on and off the field lately. It just seems like he's lost his way to a degree. And hopefully New England is the kind of place that can refocus him there. But yeah, that's the big question of whether he can conform. I'm going to say he can, just because of the desperation. He needs the money, and also the fact that he's got a guy like Tom Brady around him who's a really phenomenal leader.
I'm just fascinated by how Bill Belichick will try to implement this. Will he try to use the Jedi mind trick where Antonio Brown comes to conclusions on his own that Bill Belichick wants him to come to? Or will Bill Belichick have that heart-to-heart saying, Antonio, I don't know how they do things in Pittsburgh, and I don't care, but we've won 6 Super Bowls since 2001, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
And there's a way that things are done here, and if you do them, you'll be here, and if you don't, you won't, and it's that simple.
I know.
I don't know if that'll work on him.
I don't even know if he'll address it that way. I don't even know if he will. I think he almost will be one of those things where it's like Jedi mind trick, like, I'm going to pay you no attention almost, right? And there's 53 other guys here, or 52 other guys here other than you, and I'm going to treat you exactly the same way. And I just think he's going to learn kind of just from being there and the way things are said in meetings, and then when they have a team meeting and Coach Belichick's in front of the team, he's going to realize that, woo, this ain't Kansas anymore. This is not Pittsburgh or Oakland to where, they enable their stars a little bit or placate to them.
But what happens when he gets in trouble for something and he doesn't like it?
Yeah.
And he posts something on my face, as Belichick would call it, and acts out, right? How do they deal with him?
I don't think there'll be any dealing with him. They will get rid of him. They will. If he is not doing...
Who makes him understand that he doesn't have that opportunity, that he has one chance?
Mike,
Who
this is going to sound so weird. I hope Drew Rosenhaus is making him explain that to him. At least that's what he should be doing. It's hard for me to explain this, and this might sound weird, but it's truly like one of those things, Mike. You feel it when you walk in the building there. You just go, I was with 3 different NFL teams. I've been around football my whole life. My first day on the job there, I was like, whoa, this is like the most uncomfortable, like uptight, like, whoa, we're going to work and we're going to grind it out. And it was March. And I was like, holy cow, what's this place going to be like in August? You truly, it like just seeps out through the building there. And I really think that's going to be the big thing more than anything. He's just going to realize it's no nonsense from the get-go. And nobody's going to like have little special conversations with him off in the corner. Bill might come up to him during stretching, before pre-practice just to have a little banter with him. But he's not going to be like, hey, you okay? You okay? Oh, you're my guy. I'm going to get you the ball this week.
Well, no, he's not going to do that. Oh, hell
no. John Gruden did. None of that's going to go on. He's just, I really think it's almost like osmosis once you get in that building. Does that make sense?
Hey, it does make sense, shockingly. And I really don't know what's going to happen. I want to see how the contract is structured, because even though we got a $9 million signing bonus, if I'm the Patriots, I defer the actual payment as long as I can.
Right.
Because it's easier to get it back from him if you've never paid it to him. Right. So you can minimize the damage, because you give him $9 million, and see, and I think part of this is they are going to play to his ego to a certain extent, because I first thought if the Patriots were going to touch him, it was going to be a minimum salary deal with huge incentives. Mm-hmm. You have to be here, you have to prove it. Per game roster bonus. You're going to get paid as you go.
Right.
But they knew he was upset because of what happened in Oakland. They took away his guaranteed money. So what do? They give him guaranteed money right out of the gates.
Right.
$9 million signing bonus.
So that takes one edge off of him.
Right. And you know what? If he has a big year, he makes $15 million, half of the 30 back, and he becomes a free agent next year, and he makes the other.
Right. And
so
they'll probably give him the other 15 next year if it works out this year.
He's got the incentive to do it. Part of me wants it to work. Part of me wants it to be a disaster, because it's a great story. As long as it's a disaster, it's a great story.
I think either way, it's going to be a great story. I mean, if he leads the league in receiving and touchdowns, we're all going to go, this is an unbelievable story. What a year. My big thing is this. When do you think Antonio Brown knew he wanted out of Oakland and wanted to make a move to go to the New England Patriots? Because I don't think this was like, oh, I got released, let me call teams now and figure out. When do you think? Well, I'm just spitballing.
No,
I don't know either.
Look, it never worked in Oakland for a variety of reasons. The whole thing with the frozen feet and the helmet kept it from ever really meshing.
Right.
Last Wednesday, when he got that letter from Mike Mayock, that's when he was done with the Raiders. Now, at some point between Wednesday and Saturday,
Do you think it was Wednesday's letter? Do you think it was
Wednesday's letter.
Do you think it's Wednesday's letter that you didn't think it was like, I apologize to the team, and then he found out that his guarantees were voided? No, you think it was the letter itself?
Wednesday's letter. The moment he put that thing on social media is when he implemented his plan to get the hell out of Oakland. And look, everybody knew that the Patriots are interested in him back in March, but that the Steelers weren't going to trade him to anyone in their division or the Patriots. So this is the roundabout way. This is the Brett Favre to Minnesota by way of the Jets without actually playing for the Jets. That's what Antonio Brown pulled off.
I've told you before. I mean, this guy, he at base level looks crazy, but he also might be crazy smart to pull some of these things off. Because I know I told you this before, and one of the reasons I know in Pittsburgh they had an inkling that something was going to go down, because he had told somebody there who has told me, I'm a businessman first. I love football, but I'm a businessman first. So that tells you he's very aware of that aspect of the game and always trying to kind of stay one ahead in the chess match of business in the NFL.
We will find out soon whether Antonio Brown is crazy like a fox or just crazy.
Yeah.
We'll know. We'll know by Halloween.
Yes.
Don't you think?
I would think so, yes.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.